Hey everyone. So today I'm going to go over calorie cycling. So a lot of people prefer to have some flexibility on the weekends. So we can look at a Saturday, Sunday model or a Friday, Saturday, Sunday model. So with calorie cycling, you will have high days of calories and low days of calories. So when I split these up for clients, I specifically go tailored to each individual. So we got the calorie cycle per week. So with 1 week, let's look at the weekend warrior. The weekend warrior wants Saturday and Sunday to be their higher calorie days. So we got Monday to Friday will be low calorie. Saturday to Sunday will be a higher calorie. So for simplicity reasons, I'm just gonna pick a male that I'm working with. He works out 4 days a week. We look at him he wants to lose some body fat, but he also doesn't want his gains in the gym or mood to change too much during the week. So what we're gonna look at is Monday to Friday on the lower days. He's on his average right now, he's eating 2,500 calories. This is just for simplicity reasons. 2,500 calories per day, 7 days a week, okay? So that keeps him in a small deficit. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take away per day, we're gonna take away 250 times 3, so that's going to give him, let's just say 2,000 calories on his lower days. And with this, now we have excess calories for the weekend. So we know he was eating 2,500 before. We have now taken away 2,500 calories for the week just from that. Now, we're not gonna have him binge eat on this weekend, and we wanna be in a deficit. So when he was at 2,500, he was at maintenance. So now we're creating a deficit. So we have 2,500 extra. He does not need that. So we're gonna need to be in a deficit. We're gonna look at a slow deficit because we do not want his strength to diminish. So on the weekends, he'll have 3,000 calories. So what that does is we're taking 1,000. So we got 1,000 from Saturday and 1,000 from Sunday, which puts him at a 500 calorie deficit compared to what he was doing when he was eating the same every week. So what that's gonna allow him to do is he will be really fueled up on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So when I plan his training, his heavier and highest volume training days will be Saturday, Sunday, and Monday because he has the excess calories for recovery. Now, that is specifically for somebody that is going to the gym 4 or 5 times a week. That is on the higher side of training volume that any normal individual, unless you're a competitor, needs to do. So we have this. This is the 2-day split, so this would be a 5-2 version of calorie cycling, where you have 5 lower days and 2 higher days. So the other normal way of this that I like to do with normal general clients is we actually split it up a little differently. So we're going to have Monday to Thursday, and then we're gonna add Friday to this. So now we have a 4-3 type of week. So we're gonna have 4 lower days. So this starts Monday to Thursday. We're gonna use the same idea of the client is taking in 2,500 per week, which puts him, so we'll times 7 on that. So we got 17,500 for the week. That is what he's eating at maintenance. Now remember, at maintenance, you should be just having fluctuations during the week. You're not going to be gaining weight in an average, and you're not going to be losing weight in an average. Now, his goal at this time is going to be a calorie deficit. So what I would do is I would say, okay, how aggressive do we want to be? The last time we were only taking away 500 calories for a total week. That's a very small deficit, very small. So this one, he's going to want a little bit more of a deficit because we also get to spread out the calories. So Monday to Thursday is going to be his lower intensity training days. Now, remember, Monday, he can have a little bit tougher of a workout, but Friday, Saturday, Sunday, he's going to have a little bit more fuel. Not as much as when you have 2 days, because you can kind of split those up differently. So let's put him at a 1,500 weekly. Now, this is a bigger deficit. So now we're at 16,000 calories for the week. So that's the whole week. So if we're looking at this, we need to divide this by 7 days. So we're gonna make this easier and say 1,600. We're gonna split that up into evenly for 4 days and then higher for the others. So let's look at this as 1,500 on his lower days. So we have 1,500 times 4 is 6,000. All right, so on his lower days, we have 1,500 calories. So for that, we have 6,000 of that 16. So now we have 10,000 calories left. So with the 10,000 calories, we are dividing that by 3. So that's obviously going to come out to over 3,300 and some change. So we'll go 3,330. Now that's a pretty drastic difference. You're upping by double. So I would probably have the 1,500 closer to 1,800 for this, but it depends on what he wants. If he's really training hard and he wants to enjoy himself, and we're in the holidays right now. So we have this, could be meaning he could go to parties on the weekend. He can drink some with the guys for football season. He can have date night with his wife or his girlfriend or a significant other and not have to worry about really tracking because he's got a pretty large calorie count for that day. Compared to Monday to Thursday, he's working a 9 to 5. So with the 9 to 5, it's easier for him to track his meals, have the meals planned out, and go from there. Then we get into the weekend, and this allows flexibility in your schedule. So no matter what your personal goals are, calorie cycling might be a good approach for you. So with that, I would ask you certain questions like, hey, you have kids. What do your weekends look like? Do you guys do family trips? Do you guys do weekend getaways? If you're dating somebody, do you want to go away for a weekend? This is a way to keep you heading towards your goal, but also allow flexibility so you can enjoy the foods that you want along the way. So the main thing I implement this with any type of client is, will this fit your lifestyle? Is this something that you can sustain? That's the biggest issue. So many people do not pick diets that they can sustain over a long period of time. So you will have people that do keto. They will do keto and they will be super strict on keto for 2, 3, 4 months. They lower all their carbs. At first, they see a rapid weight loss. That is not body fat loss. That is weight loss because carbohydrates hold water in the body. So when you remove carbohydrates, you are holding less water in the body. Calories typically are not in a deficit because high fats, fat is 9 calories per 1 gram of fat. A carbohydrate is 4 calories per gram of carbs. Same with protein, 4 calories, 1 gram of protein. So typically keto is high fat, high protein, little to no carbs. So calories sometimes end up going above, but you're not holding as much water. So you initially think it is body fat loss. That is not the case here. That is body weight loss. So as soon as you add carbohydrates back into the diet, guess what? Body weight goes up. That does not mean body fat goes up unless you are in a calorie surplus. So the main thing here that I teach people is we have your weekly total. Then what fits your lifestyle? Not my lifestyle, your lifestyle. What is something that you can maintain? So the biggest goal here is being able to create the plan that you can follow. Being able to create a plan that you have an exit strategy so that you can sustain and maintain those results. And also where you are currently at with your goals. That is the biggest key. So many coaches out there do not plan, do not periodize your nutrition. Your nutrition is just like a football team going through a season. They have competition season, they have preseason. They go through the season, they have postseason. Then they have off season. Same thing for your nutrition. You cannot diet year round. That is very bad for your metabolism and your hormones. So with this approach, a 4-3 or a 5-2 approach, you are able to specifically look at the different variables to your lifestyle. For me personally, I like to have flexibility on the weekends. So if I want to go for a quick trip or go visit my family, I know that Monday through Thursday, I'm home. It's super easy for me to track here. If I'm tracking, I make very similar meals all the time because that's just the foods I eat. So I will go 2,000 calories. My average right now is 3,500 to 3,700 calories, depending on how hard I'm training for my recovery. I'm not currently training for a powerlifting meet, nor any other type of competition. I'm just training for general health and strength. So my TDEE is 3,500 and some change. So I have that range. So if one day I'm not as hungry and I'm at 3,400 or lower, that's fine. But now as we're going into the holidays, I want more flexibility. I know traveling's coming up, so I'm being a little bit more strict and I'm making sure I hit my protein goal every single day. That is my main focus. So we have 2,000 calories 4 days a week. That is 8,000 for that. Well, if I'm at 3,500, the difference between that and 3,500 is 15, okay? But that's for me to maintain. I know I'm gonna be eating some unhealthy foods, so I wanna have that difference in here. So what I do is I allow myself up to 4,000. But what do? I prioritize protein first. So we got the protein goal first. For me, that is just over 1.2 grams of protein per pound of body weight. Currently at 175 range. So with that, I'm gonna be eating in the low 200s. So my minimum goal is 200 grams of protein. So I would do my macronutrients this way. So this number does not change between the days. So that's the biggest goal here that you guys need to understand is protein typically does not change, okay? So this puts me at 800 calories just from the protein. Fats, I typically eat a lower fat diet unless I'm eating a tasty steak, which my go-to is a ribeye. Ribeyes are very high in fat. So if I know I'm going out and eating a ribeye, it's probably not gonna be on my lower calorie day. It's gonna be on one of these 3 days because I have those extra calories. And for me, those calories don't really matter where they come from. It does not matter if it comes from proteins or fats. So with that, I'm gonna eat a ribeye. Let's just say it's a big ribeye. Del Monaco, big steak. That's gonna be 75 grams of fat there. Probably gonna have 50 grams of fat elsewhere in my day, just from other traces, maybe even a little more on average. I'm probably around 75 to 100 grams. And then my carbs kind of fall in between to make up the remaining amount of calories in the day. So the main thing here is prioritizing my protein goal for the day. That will keep me fuller. I like to have a big protein packed breakfast. Also, that helps set the day. You're not gonna be as hungry during the day because you're gonna be full from the protein. Protein takes longer to metabolize and break down in the body. The benefit of that is with protein, you are going to be fuller longer. You're also going to burn more active calories at your job because your body burns more calories breaking down fat than any other micronutrient. So that's another thing we get into later on is NEAT, your non-exercise activity thermogenesis. So your NEAT goes up when you prioritize your protein intake and have a higher protein intake. The second thing I prioritize during the day is water intake. I stay hydrated. So when you hydrate, this also keeps you fuller throughout the day, keeps you less hungry, also helps with recovery, helps you with hormone balance, helps you with joint and pain from different areas, inflammation. So this can also come from different variables. So you have your normal water intake, then you have bubble waters, seltzer waters, you have pre-workouts, which if you have caffeine in your pre-workout, I personally don't, but when you do have pre-workout in there, that is a dehydrator. So you dehydrate yourself with caffeine. So if you're drinking coffee in the morning, make sure you're drinking that with some water. I always tell clients, get 8 to 10 big gulps of water or a cup of water prior to your first cup of coffee or with your first cup of coffee. That will help. So making sure you're staying hydrated and full during the day with these two. Your carbs and fats can kind of fall wherever for these 2 days. Now on the lower days, since you are looking at Monday through Thursday or whatever days you choose, you're probably eating very similar meals. You may be meal prepped. So your carbs and fats are probably gonna be the same every single day. On this day, it's okay if I'm eating that ribeye and my fats go way up on Friday night because that's date night. With that, I'm probably gonna eat steak and then some type of potato and maybe some green veggie, asparagus, baked potato, and a steak. So with that, have some butter on both the asparagus and the potato. My fats are gonna go up. I do have some carbohydrates from there from the potato, but I'm not gonna go eating a ton of other carbs with that because I know my fats are probably through the roof right now. So that will keep me within this goal right here. So to rebalance everything, a 4-3 is for some people, a 5-2 is for other people. It doesn't matter as long as you prioritize the protein, prioritize your water intake, and have routines, morning routines, nighttime routines. So the benefits of doing these, it allows you the flexibility to eat the foods that you want without restriction. So you can get rid of the diet mindset, okay? You can tell it to screw off because you can have your cheesecake on your higher calorie day. You can have the ice cream, you can have a donut, you can have pizza, all in moderation. Everything is done in moderation, but you can have that on your higher calorie day. That's why we have this. The next thing is being active, because if you're going to the gym, you need to have fuel. So you need to prioritize your training around the heavier days. So if you have a heavy leg day or a heavy upper body day, I would put it on one of these days or potentially on that Monday. I would not have it on Tuesday to Thursday. Those days need to be lower intensity, higher volume. So you're burning calories, but you're not taxing your central nervous system. So you're able to recover more here. So if you have a day that's gonna be a little more challenging and you know you're gonna need some extra recovery, maybe on Thursday, and then Friday you have those extra calories to kind of refuel you for recovery. What this allows you to do is it fluctuates your daily intake. So your weight is gonna fluctuate. We'll probably check your weight once per week at that point. So you can track during the week, that's perfectly fine. And then we find your average of those days. So we're not really worried about that. Typically during this, because we're creating a deficit, the benefit is we're gonna lose body fat. So the more active you are, not running yourself into the ground, not running on the treadmill like a hamster, but just going for some walks post-meal, helping with digestion, walking your animals, going out for a friendly talk, One thing I've been doing lately is whenever I do go for a walk, put my headphones in, I either text someone I haven't talked to in a long time, or I give them a call. I ask them what they're up to and can I give them a quick call, or just surprise them, okay? That really helps because you're reaching out and you're checking in on someone you haven't talked to in a while, you're rekindling friendships and relationships, but at the same time, you're getting active movement in, which helps with your NEAT during the day. So the more calories you're burning and you're on a lower day, it helps. Even on your higher days, it will help with channeling the metabolism to keep burning at a good pace, getting those calories moving. And the last thing is making sure this is set up for your lifestyle and it allows you to crush it in the gym. So then you're seeing the physique changes that you're looking for, but as well allowing you that flexibility to enjoy your life and having it fit your lifestyle. So that's the biggest keys on these. With this training, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out, send me a message, whether you're watching this from Instagram where I send it to you, Facebook, my website, or my Superhero Academy. You guys know I'm always here answering your questions if you have any concerns or want to know how this method or another method can fit into your lifestyle. Send me a message and we can get started and go over how this or another method could fit you. Have a great day and stay strong. Let's go.